episode, I want to dive into the power and science of manifestation. Why? Once you understand how manifestation actually works, you can use it for your soul's purpose, your conscious business, or any way you wish for your beautiful life. Welcome to the Higher Purpose Podcast, where spirituality meets business. I'm your host, Janet Jaimes. I'm a certified soul purpose business coach, a multi-passionate entrepreneur, a worldwide traveler, and an avid chai tea lover. I am so thrilled to have you here today. In this podcast, we talk about all of the spiritual things to help you discover your purpose and learn how to monetize it. Because let's face it, friends, if we plan to live on earth, we need to make money. So why not manifest and attract abundance by doing the things we love the most? Let's first dive into what manifestation is. It's a concept commonly tied to the idea that we have the power to turn our desires, goals, or intentions into reality through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It operates on the principle that by concentrating on positive thoughts, maintaining faith in the desired outcome, and taking appropriate actions, we can draw and bring about the things we desire in our life. How does manifestation work from a scientific standpoint? Manifestation is like a personal power tool for shaping your reality. It's not just about wishful thinking. There's some science behind it too. When we think about setting intentions and staying focused, it's not just about getting what you want magically. It's about how your brain works. When you're clear about your goals and concentrate on them, you become more tuned into the opportunities and information related to those goals. This heightened awareness can genuinely help you move closer to what you desire. Research in this field tells us that maintaining a positive mindset isn't just good for your mood. It can lead to improved well-being, greater resilience, and increased chances of achieving your goals. By practicing positive thinking, you're not just daydreaming, you're actively improving your life. Another way to look at manifestation from a scientific standpoint is the placebo effect. Research shows that people can actually experience real improvements in their condition or outcomes just because they believe in a treatment or solution, even if it doesn't have any actual therapeutic properties. Manifestation has a very similar vibe. When you believe in your goals, it boosts your confidence and motivation, which can translate into better performance and goal achievement. There are doctors and researchers who link manifestation to neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to rewire itself through experience and learning. They suggest that by consistently focusing on positive thoughts and beliefs, you can reshape your brain's pathways to align more closely with your desires. As you consider manifestation, think of it as a blend of cognitive psychology, the power of positive thinking, the fascinating placebo effect, and the potential of your brain's adaptability. It's like a personal growth journey that's both intriguing and empowering. How can you use the power of manifestation to live your soul's purpose, launch your conscious business, or in life in general? And why should you use manifestation? Well, it's pretty obvious. We all want to have the most successful business while serving our purpose. Taking on manifestation practices is a powerful way to help you expedite your journey of running a successful business. But in order for this to work for you, you must first do the inner work. Personally, for me, doing the inner work, such as working through my shadows, reprogramming my subconscious mind with new beliefs and values, is exactly when I started seeing manifestations come through. When you carry old thinking patterns and limiting beliefs, your mind is living a reality that doesn't produce the results you desire. For example, for a really long time, I sincerely believed that I would never gain the confidence or courage to wear shorts and dresses because of me being bullied in school. If you've been following me for a while, then you would know that I am an amputee and I wear a prosthetic. Check out my story in episode 1. Because of this, I was bullied in school, which programmed a belief in my mind that I am not pretty enough and that people will always make fun of me if they saw my prosthetic. I had my accident when I was 5, and it wasn't until I was 23 years old when I finally overcame the fear of being judged, because it was when I attended a few spiritual retreats where I learned the power of reprogramming my subconscious mind with a new belief system. This retreat tore my soul open, allowed me to break through these unhealthy ways of thinking. I learned to love myself again. I began sharing my story with friends and people online. and began wearing shorts and short dresses. When I saw that people actually didn't care or would even notice, I would literally feel so silly because all these years I thought people would make fun of me. During those times, I recall people staring every once in a while, then look away. But instead of me saying to myself, they are judging me, they're making fun of me, I would tell a different story in my head, such as they're staring at me because they think I'm absolutely beautiful and they're mesmerized. This was me training my mind to believe a new reality that thanks to those practices, I was able to build my confidence and become fearless. This allowed me to take a leap of building my business and going after it with all I got because I had the confidence in doing so. For manifestation to really work, you want to program new beliefs in your subconscious mind so you can overcome triggers and roadblocks prohibiting you from manifesting. If you're still dealing with scarcity mindset, fear of taking a risk, anxiety, and worry, most of that comes from something in our past experience. This has been stored in our body and in our subconscious, and we need to release this. You can do this in various ways, such as somatic work like breathwork and body shaking, practicing meditation and visualization to program new beliefs in your mind, and one of my favorites, scripting by Natasha Graziano. Let's begin with somatic work. Somatic is an approach to healing and personal growth that looks how our physical and emotional well-being are connected. It's about understanding that what's going on in our minds can absolutely affect how our bodies feel. In somatic therapy, people use techniques like body shaking, breath work, and even yoga to help one become much more aware of how our bodies react to emotions and stress. Emotions can become trapped in our bodies, resulting in physical tension or discomfort. Somatic therapy serves as a means to bridge the gap between our mind and body, aiding in the release of tension and the overall improvement of our well-being. It revolves around recognizing the interconnectedness of our physical and emotional health. I've received training in leading body shaking practices where one stands up and initiates shaking from the feet, gradually progressing upward to the head. This practice activates the part of our nervous system responsible for alleviating anxiety and promoting relaxation. If we don't release these emotions or stress, our body will continuously remain in a state of fight or flight due to the constant influx of information we absorb daily, often without us even realizing. This information is absorbed and stored in various parts of our body, such as the neck, lower back, and hip areas, which causes soreness, stress, and anxiety. So when you're doing these body shaking exercises, you're giving your body an opportunity to release these pent-up emotions and trauma, allowing for clearer thinking and a confident presence in the world to show up. Somatic therapy like breathwork and body shaking can play a huge role in manifestation. It reduces stress, which can make it challenging to maintain a positive mindset and focus on goals. Emotional release and the clearing of limiting beliefs can also be facilitated, making it easier to stay positive and manifest your goals. However, it's important to remember that the effectiveness of somatic practices varies among individuals, and they are just one part of the manifestation process. Another practice you can focus on to enhance your manifestation, supported by proven evidence, is doing visualization meditations. Now, you may be thinking that visualization is such a basic practice, but I'm not going to talk about the traditional way of doing visualization. I'd like to introduce you to a unique approach. This method comes from a brand called The Expanded, known for their epic podcasts and courses. They teach a transformative way of working on various aspects of yourself, like healing your inner child, addressing shadows through guided meditations. These meditations aim to reprogram your beliefs and create new neural pathways in your mind, offering a fresh perspective on manifestation. These practices has allowed me and my clients program new stories in our minds so that we can take aligned action without fear and feel much more confident in the way we want to do work. To facilitate this practice, I recommend leading a meditation session during a new moon or full moon. Create a sacred ritual space where you can enjoy uninterrupted solitude for approximately 30 minutes to an hour. Make sure you keep your phone away, at least switch it on to airplane mode. However, you may want to use it to play meditation music in the background for your meditation. Before starting your meditation, I encourage you to recite a brief prayer or mantra to set your intention for the reprogramming session. Once you've completed this, take a piece of paper or open your journal and compile a list of your fears or limiting beliefs. These may include thoughts like, I am afraid to launch my business because I might fail. I lack sufficient knowledge in a certain area essential for my soulful business, or I fear the opinions of others and what if I don't succeed, and so on and so on. After writing these down, proceed with your meditation practice. I encourage you to calm your mind for approximately 10 minutes, focusing on your breath and quieting your thoughts. If you're not accustomed to doing meditations, this may present a challenge, and that's perfectly okay. Be gentle with yourself and take your time. You could explore the simple meditation for about 10 to 15 minutes using binaural beats music on YouTube to help you enter in a state of relaxation. Once you feel much more centered and at ease, begin visualizing the earliest instances in your life when you experience these emotions that you've written down, such as fear, the fear of judgment, a sense of unworthiness in earning money for your talents. Perhaps you even recall a childhood memory where you excelled in a school presentation, but you ended up getting bullied or made fun of. So that now causes you to feel scared to share your gifts and showcase your gifts and talents. Maybe you've shared your creative dreams and aspirations to your friends and family, but they always shared negative feedback and never supported you, which is why you have never really went after your soul purpose. I encourage you to dive deeply into these narratives that have been embedded in your mind and replay them over and over again. Because once you've acknowledged them, it's time to start the process of instilling new beliefs and crafting a fresh narrative. During meditation, the brain frequently enters a state associated with theta brainwaves. These brainwaves are known for their association with profound relaxation, creativity, and the subconscious mind. It is within this state where researchers have proved that it's much more feasible to access the subconscious mind. Replay them in your mind's eye, because once you've acknowledged them, it's time to begin the process of programming new beliefs in your brain. During the meditation, the brain frequently enters a state associated with theta brainwaves. Theta brainwaves are known for their association with profound relaxation, creativity, and the subconscious mind. It is within this theta state that some believe it becomes more feasible to access the subconscious mind, potentially facilitating the reprogramming of beliefs and the formation of new neural pathways. You know when you're in this state because you will feel a trance-like sensation in your body or an increase of awareness. You won't feel distracted by the noise outside when you're in this ritual space. Once you feel like you've tapped into this theta state, is when you'll program a new story. When I did this meditation, I focused on this one experience I had when I was in 4th grade. There were these group of kids who made fun of me and were talking so much about me because I was walking funny and limping. They were talking about my leg. I ran to the teacher and I started crying over and over again. I was so sad and hurt. This experience stayed with me forever. During my meditation, I began to program a new story. I imagined that those kids were actually complimenting me and saying things like, wow, look at her. She's so cool. She survived a traumatic experience. She's a badass. Instead of me running up to my teacher, which actually happened, in my visualization meditation, I ran up to those bullies, showed them my scars, and visualized that they were so impressed and thought it was super cool. I tapped into this space with so much determination and passion that I could almost smell what the classroom smelled like. I could feel the coldness of our desk chairs when I sat down to talk to my bullies. I could feel my small clothes against my skin. I was tricking my mind to believe that this was actually happening.
I've done this practice many times over and over and over again with different traumatic scenarios in my life, to the point that my mind no longer held on to a negative story or experience. It only knows the positive one. These positive thoughts and experiences translated over to having a much more confident personality and mindset, and also allowed me to be fearless and feel that I can take on the world with my business and stories. I want you to do the same with your meditation practice and do these practices various times so your brain begins creating new neural pathways in your subconscious mind. Trust me, it actually works. Once you finish the meditation, journal out these new stories you've told yourself. This is where scripting can come into play. Scripting is a concept invented by a life coach and speaker, Natasha Graziano, a manifestation and self-improvement technique where you write down your desires and goals in a detailed, affirmative manner as if they have already been achieved. This practice is meant to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. The process involves incorporating sensory details, emotions, and gratitude into the script to make it more impactful and believable. Focusing on the present moment and using using affirmative language. Basically, you start by getting super clear about what you want to achieve, like no big stuff. And we're talking about the specifics here. When you write it down, you've got to use present tense. So it's like you're talking about stuff that's already real. You know what I mean? But it's not just about words. You've got to make it feel real too. Add all those juicy details like what you'd see, hear, and feel if your goals were already happening. Then don't forget the emotions. Let your excitement and gratitude shine through when you're journaling. And hey, believe in it. Like really believe it's gonna happen. Keep doing this regularly and who knows, you might just see some really cool stuff happening pretty soon. Today, we've dived into the fascinating world of manifestation and the science behind it. I truly hope you found this to be extremely helpful. If you have any questions about this work, please come say hi and ask away on Instagram or TikTok. And if you really did enjoy this podcast episode, your reviews down below will be greatly appreciated so that way people can get access to this for free. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. Again, my name is Janet Jaimes. I'm extremely excited to see you on the next one.